Joining me now is Tony Schreiner, the CEO of Mass of the Ages, which is currently producing a new film called Godbread. Tony, we're going to get to the film in a minute, but first, can you tell us about your organization, Mass of the Ages, and how you became involved with it?
Great. Yes. Thank you so much for having me. Mass of the Ages is it's a registered nonprofit, and we've created 3 feature-length films in the past about tradition in the liturgy. Our mission today is slightly different than what we were focusing on with the traditional Latin Mass. It is that we want to bring Catholic tradition to the world. So it's all about Catholic tradition, capital T, tradition in everything, in the liturgy, in the feasts, festivals, saints, music, architecture, the whole 9 yards. That is our mission, bringing Catholic tradition to the world, because for every 100 Catholics that join the church, 840 leave. And that is a stat from the 2024 Pew Research that was done on religion and heavily on Catholicism. So when we heard that, we realized we can't just focus on tradition in the liturgy anymore. We've got to focus on tradition in every aspect of our faith, because we've got to bring those folks back to the fold. We're not doing it. God is going to work through our media. And 5 billion people watch media on a daily basis. So here we are in Catholic media. It's our time to do this, and God has worked through our media in the past. We hope he continues to work through our media. I came to Mass of the Ages first as a donor. My wife and I supported the work that Cameron and the team were doing on these films. And then Cameron asked me to be on the board of directors. And then Cameron decided that he wanted to be 100% artist and not a CEO and an artist, which is a hard thing to do. So I'm a businessman, no artist whatsoever. So he asked me to be the CEO about a year ago. And it's been right out about a year that I've been the CEO for Mass of the Ages.
And now Mass of the Ages is producing Godbread, which is a feature film about saints who encountered God in the Eucharist. Now, I have to say, when I read saints who encountered God in the Eucharist, I'm thinking, isn't that every saint? But obviously you can't feature every single saint. So who are some of the ones you chose, and how did you choose those saints?
Yes, it's hard to choose the saints, because you're right. We all hopefully encounter Christ in the Eucharist. He's our Eucharistic King. We encounter his divinity and his humanity in the Eucharist. This is something that Cameron's been working on for a few years now. And the saints for this first installment of Godbread, so what we're doing is we're going to tell 3 stories in this feature-length film. Saint Margaret Mary Alacoque and the Sacred Heart of Jesus. But we're going to be focusing on a part of her life that nobody really knows about, which is what I love about this story. Little Lee, which is this little girl from communist China in the early 1950s, and what she did in a church, a Catholic church in the part of China where she lived. And the other saint is the Blessed Mother, and what her encounter was. And these 3 stories that we're putting into a feature-length film, we're going to take it to theaters all across the country, and we're going to start filming after we're finished with our Discover Tradition production, which is our episodic Catholic travel series that we're working on right now called Discover Tradition. When we're finished with that, we're going to go right into Godbread production and hope to bring it to theaters in 2026.
That's so exciting. So it's a scripted film. This is not a documentary. I'm curious how you chose that versus, a documentary where people are talking about the Eucharist.
Yeah, we've done the documentary, right? We did 3 documentaries. We've got nearly 12 million views on our media. And we really feel God's call to spread the net wide and not just focusing on tradition in the liturgy. We want to focus on tradition in the Eucharist and the saints. So we feel like, especially Cameron, who's our chief creative officer, we've got to do a narrative story, right? We've got to get actors and actresses and sets, because it's a different type of a story to tell, rather than just, here's a documentary, let me tell you about this thing. We're living this story through their eyes, through their faith, through what they witnessed. And I think that's what's exciting about narrative, when we talk about faith and trying to connect ourselves to union with God through the Eucharist. So narrative is exciting, and we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, like with the series The Chosen, which I know you're not involved with, but people felt like they've learned so much about Jesus through that narrative. It sounds kind of similar that you're hoping people will learn through the narrative of Godbread. Can people help with the cost of the production of the film?
Yes, absolutely. So with like everything, it takes time and money, right? It takes resources, it takes people. So the best way would be to, for now, go to give.tradition.tv. So give.tradition.tv. That would be a way to provide help financially. Pray for us in the work that we're doing, and that we can get the set that we want, right? All these things matter, making sure that we put all this together. So we do need the help of Catholics to tell our story. And that's the thing that we really want to remind Catholics is this is our story. We want to tell this story as Catholics. We need to embrace that. We right now in the world, we have Mormons telling our story through Protestants, which is a crazy thing to think about. And I'm not trying to be rude, but that's what's happening in the world today, is that we have Protestants trying to tell our story, Mormons trying to tell our story, Jews trying to tell our story. This is our story. Jesus is our Eucharistic King, and we want him to be everybody's Eucharistic King. But we are going to tell this story the way that we feel God wants us to tell this story. And Godbread is going to be an exciting way to do it. So we do need a lot of financial help. The work that our team does on the budget that we do is pennies on the dollar for what Hollywood does, but our quality is right there with it. So we feel we're really raising the bar on Catholic media. So we're excited to get started on this project.
Well, Tony, we'll be praying for the success of the project, and we'll keep people posted, keep us posted on a theatrical release. And we encourage people to head to tradition.tv. I know traditiontv.org. You can also get there using that link. But it was great to have you on This Is the Day.